What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to episode 4 of our Elder Scrolls Online Season of the Wormcoil playthrough. So we are actually going to be wrapping up the main story today. There's probably going to be a bunch of post quests, so this is not the final episode. Still got a bunch of things to do, but we are going to be doing at least the final quest on this log, and there's a quest over here that I got to pick up real quick. Let's go do that and then go in.
Impressive aura, my tusk.
Hello.
Show her in a... You're not from around here, are you? Not all hung up on local superstitions. Good. You looking for work? I could use someone to guard my back while I clear the ghosts out of that haunted mansion up on the hill. The
That's
locals
cool.
call it Corelanya Manor. They say it's abandoned and free for salvage. There's rumors of treasure, too. But also that no one who goes after it ever comes out. Not so worried about that. There's one other catch, though. We've got competition. Another so-called ghost hunter trying to beat me to the punch. So we've got to do it first. And look, if we do happen to find long-lost treasure while we're in there, I'll cut you in for a share. What do you say? Gaz is the name of my rival ghost hunter. Last I saw her, she was hanging around the front doors to the manor. Maybe you could talk to her and see what she's planning? Then we'll know how to keep ahead of her once we get inside.
I don't want to spoil it. I just kind of want to go in, wing it, YOLO. So I believe there's actually 2 quests that are connected with this area.
I knew you were too much of a lamb's liver to go inside on your own.
It's not like I was waiting for you. I was looking for traps. Who's this with you? So, my sister had to hire help just to feel like she's above someone, huh? Typical. Oh, she didn't mention that? Interesting. I wonder what else she's not telling you. Did she say this manor is extremely haunted? And that no one who has ventured inside to find the treasure has ever come out? Well, I suppose she didn't mention that it belonged to the ancient necromancers of old Clan Corelanya, so there's likely far more than just ghosts to deal with inside. Extra hazards should mean extra pay. What's she paying you anyway? That's not fair! That's what I was going to offer! She's always copying me! It was my idea to clear this place out before Orbesh. If you get tired of her and help me instead, I'll pay you the same. Nothing left to do but head inside the manor, I suppose. You must not be from Solstice.
Family
Locals won't even come near
disputes.
this mansion. Especially not if they have Corelanya blood. I tried asking some of those Sturk people, but they were too busy.
I'm just gonna go in YOLO and hope for the best. So this is the quest that we are going to do, but I believe I assume we're gonna go in there anyway, so let me just do 2 in 1.
Hey, pal. I haven't gone in yet, but it looks like someone's been here. I hate crypts. Why is it I always have to go into one for some tusking reason or another? Smashing skulls, screaming back at wraiths. Can't stand it. The dead ought to stay dead.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Faint boot prints on the steps of the mausoleum. Scuff marks, too. That door's been opened recently. Of course, I guess we knew that already since Wormblood had the key in his pocket. Your guess is as good as mine. But even if they aren't, they might have riled up the dead in this place. When you've been in as many crypts and tombs as I have, you get a feel for that sort of thing. Well, no point putting it off. Come on, let's get
So
this
there's a haunted manor and the crypt. I wonder if they are actually connected in a way. Oh, by the way, in case you guys are new to it, I did the trial yesterday, Ossein Cage. It actually isn't that bad, at least on normal it isn't. So if you're just looking to clear it just for the rewards, it's not too bad. It's a lot of mechanics that you've already seen before if you've played the game. Like there's a lot of, let's see, how do I word this without spoiling? There's a lot of dungeon mechanics, so if you've done those, then you should be good to go. Other than that, it's, you know, your standard don't get hit. Am I getting chained by?
Be gone. I have nothing more to say to you, necromancer.
Someone in that tomb's been talking to Wormblood. Disable that bit. Careful there. They weren't fooling around.
Is this some new ruse? A trick to win my confidence after Wormblood drew my soul from the afterlife and compelled me to speak? I will tell you no more than I told your master. Unless... wait. You are no follower of the Black Worm. Yes, he bound me with this crystal and tormented me, questioning me about the location of a relic from ancient times. Glorious times. The gift of death. Stolen long ago, yet I found it. Alas, Wormblood wrested the secret from me.
This smiley over here just gets me every time.
The gift of death can recall to life any departed soul, at the cost of a willing sacrifice. A life for a life. Whom Wormblood would bring back or sacrifice, I do not know. But the gift is also the key to great power. There is a secret place in Eastern Solstice. Wormblood found it and draws upon its power. That is why his necromancy is so strong. Yet with the gift of death, he could unlock its full might. Now, I must ask a favor of you. You make a good point. Very well. It is called Naril, an ancient temple Molag Bal's servants built to harvest souls departing the mortal plane. The forces of light defeated Naril and silenced its heart, but the gift could wake it. Wormblood left a focus in this chamber, the Ghost Weld crystal before you. It pins me in this plane, and allowed him to project himself here when he wished to question me. Take it with you when you go, and I will be free. Peace once again.
Gabrielle's going to want to see that crystal. She's probably holed up in the Regent's study with the gift of death.
So you could just go through the door, but I can't. What was this quest? I think I might have started it last time, but I don't remember.
This must be a trick. My family would never do business with a Daedra.
You mean you didn't figure that much out? I expected more. Still, you brought the goods. You could be useful. Let's make a deal.
Not so fast. I need to consult my friend first. Useful? What did he mean by that? I already acquired and transported the goods he paid for. Our contract is fulfilled. Now he's offering another deal? Everything I need to know to succeed in my family business. I was blinded by my need to save what's left of my parents' work. Why would I question this contract from an old client? It was a test. He wanted to see how resourceful I am. And now that he knows, he wants to deal. I can guess. My parents warned me about scoffins with offers of tutelage. Now I see they meant their own mysterious client. He says he's done business with my family for generations, but it might be wiser to chart my own course. That's probably for the best. Give me some time to contemplate what I want to do with this deal, while you gather information.
And who might you be? A sellsword chasing coin? An adventurer swept into mysteries beyond their comprehension? My focus isn't on you or your interests. I'm here to test the young Deletian and see if she's worth my time. To see if she is useful. Her ancestors and I had agreements. I provided mentorship in the art of making deals and guided them along the path to prosperity. Her parents were really quite clever by the end of things. Shame what happened to them. Nothing gets past you. A devoted pupil to absorb my eons of knowledge. Someone with a pretty, hornless face to enact my cunning plots in the mortal world. Ah, and a pledge of loyalty to me and my prince for a few decades. Standard fare. The mortal has an opinion, and it's an interesting one. I could argue that all the Deletians were desperate, but I concede your point. Genevieve is in a dire situation. Very well. She's welcome to attempt to renegotiate. Impress me with her acumen. I cannot wait to hear what you and Genevieve decide. I hope she takes my deal, but the waiting may be my favorite part of the process. Not knowing the outcome, delicious.
All right, this is what's happening.
What did he mean by that? I already acquired and transported the goods he paid for. Our contract is fulfilled. Now he's offering another deal? Everything I need to know to succeed in my family business. I was blinded by my need to save what's left of my parents' work. Why would I question this contract from an old client? It was a test. He wanted to see how resourceful I am. And now that he knows, he wants to deal. I can guess. My parents warned me about... I don't know. This Scoffin's knowledge can save my business, but I'll be tied to him. Rejecting the deal sacrifices everything my family worked for, but I'd be free to change my life, pursue other things. What would you do? That's brilliant!
I feel like that's a neutral decision.
But you're right. There's another way around it. I don't know what I would have agreed to without you. I know exactly what I'm going to propose. For someone who isn't a part of my crew, you worked so hard to help me save this contract. I hope this is enough to cover what I owe you. Even if this
That's one teleport fee, by the way.
What I want, I may still owe you a debt. Wish me luck. Join my crew and mentor me as you did my ancestors. In return, you'll earn double wages.
What do I care for wages? If you want to treat with me...
All right, everything's on you now. Good luck. I'm out. Let me see. I have to go.
Well done. Consider that lesson.
Ink says over there.
There you are. Scordo told me a little about the crypt. I examined the gift of death, and I must say I've never seen anything quite like it. It's Daedric in origin, that much is clear.
You don't say.
Now, what exactly did you learn in the crypt? I suspected something like that. No Daedric gift comes without a price. Given the Worm Cult's efforts to bring Mannimarco's remains here to Solstice, I think we know whom they intend to bring back. What else did you learn? That explains much. Why the Worm Cult came to Solstice, where the Reapers send stolen souls, how they raise the Writhing Wall, sever that connection, and we can defeat Wormblood. The blessed bell we found at Meridia's temple could do it. By sending him to the colored rooms, Wormblood would be vulnerable in Meridia's realm. Prince Azah suggested using the gift of death as bait. Now I know where we need Wormblood to be. The old temple courtyard. But how do we reach him? Perfect. I can reverse the connection to summon his projection. Place the crystal over there. We need a plausible bargain. Offer Wormblood the gift of death for Vana Scalarian. Insist on meeting in the temple courtyard for the exchange.
I hoped the gift might serve as bait. I just wasn't sure what kind of trap we needed. Go on, comrade.
Place your crystal there, and let's see if you can reach
This is an
Wormblood.
unwelcome surprise.
Dug your way out? Pity. This one hoped you were still squashed under a building.
Charming. What can I do for the so-called Stirk Fellowship? I left their projection crystal in a Corelanya crypt. A mistake, perhaps. No doubt Arveril told you about our conversations. And the gift of death. So why have you summoned me? I see little point in bargaining. You know my power. It is only a matter of time before I take the gift of death. But I'll play along. What do you expect me to offer in trade? Clearly, you are acquainted with Galarian. Still, your offer is interesting. Very well then. Bring the gift of death to the writhing wall. My servants will bring you across. I will be waiting for you with the Archmage.
Nah, I'd win.
A crumbling ruin dedicated to an uncaring mistress. As you wish. We will meet at the old temple. But if you deal falsely with me, my forces will descend upon Sunport and slaughter everyone within its walls. It is well within my power. It is arranged. Do not keep me waiting.
We won't. That was rather exhausting. Anyway, nicely done. I wasn't sure Wormblood would agree to meet on terms, but you convinced him. You should head to Broken Light Courtyard. I'll finalize plans with Prince Azah and meet you there. We'll gather all the forces we can, but we must make haste. We have to set our trap and conceal it before Wormblood arrives. He will certainly be on his guard, which means you must be ready for a fight.
Kind of what we're all expecting, not gonna lie, but now it's official. Alright, where are we going now? To the top, over here, to the Broken Light Temple. And that's the spot where we have to do the grappling, right? Psijic portal. Full belly Greaves. Cannot mount in combat. Dude, what am I aggroed with? Dude, this game has like the worst aggro system I've ever seen in any MMO. Like, I understand leashing, but this, like, does not end. Like, what am I in combat with?
Meridia. Help me find what I seek. Ah, lady, protect me! Oh, you didn't attack.
I'm gonna pick this up now. That's probably the quest for this one. And then we'll do that later.
Nothing here. I need to get inside. Traveler, please join my sacred mission.
Yeah, I'll do it. I got you later.
We're almost ready, friend. Princess Al will tell you how you can help.
Did I get the slow book? I think I got it.
Gordo, it is fine.
Any sign of Wormblood yet? No? I suspect he is not far off. Let us hope he does not detect Gabrielle's preparations. Which reminds me, you have a special place in our plan. We make preparations to welcome the Alliance ships when they arrive, to ready camps for an assault on the writhing wall, and to gather the supplies we need to engage the worm cult in battle. This is far from over, comrade, and there is much to do. How else would their troops get here? We can't risk another portal mishap, and ships are more practical for transporting armies across the sea. Once we're ready, I intend to break through the wall and mount an all-out assault on Eastern Solstice.
For sure.
You're the linchpin of our plan. We restored the temple bell and put it in place above the gate. Strike it at the right moment, and it will create a powerful pulse of Meridia's light. Gabrielle will use that to trap Wormblood. Strike the bell when Gabrielle begins. Any sign of You're the... Strike the bell. There is a mallet. Gabrielle tells me. An old scroll.
I heard Princess Ah suggest pairing up. I am ready to do my part, whatever it may be. Diplomacy? After all the worm cult...
Alright, hold on. Let me talk to all of them first.
Can't believe I'm doing not a bad idea.
This one has seen that you need a little help.
Let's see. Who do I want? Walks in Ash, Scordo, or Razumdar? Let's take Scordo.
Can't believe I'm doing not a bad idea. You know. Oh yeah, I'm a real sentimental. Great. I'm right behind you, pal.
I wonder what would happen if you chose someone different.
I'm ready. Get into position, friend. Wormblood should arrive
Ding.
at any moment.
I am here, and I brought Galarian.
It appears you brought some friends, too.
I will honor our agreement if you hand over the gift of death.
I'll get it for you. Right now!
Flashbang. Explore the colored rooms.
Colored rooms. It worked.
Over here, Fighter. We made it through.
The spell scattered worm cultists in all directions. Be careful.
Find Wormblood.
The gift is close. Summon the sarcophagus. We shall begin the ritual. Order of the Black Worm. To all I have for naught.
So it's in this area. My plan was just to go to the end, but apparently Circle says otherwise, but we'll see.
Is anyone here? Gabrielle? I need help. Gabrielle? Where are you?
Vanus, we're here. You're safe now. You're not Vanus.
So easily fooled. A poisoned blade for you, dear Gabrielle. I'll take the gift of death now.
No, traitor. You won't.
You said be gone.
Gabrielle, no!
Friend, I'm dying. I need you to do as I ask.
Use the gift of death on me. We need to make sure Wormblood gains.
This isn't the way I hoped things would go. Baranor's blade saw to that.
But we have one more chance to defeat Wormblood. Stop him from bringing back Manor. You have to use the gift of death on me. No time. We know the gift of death requires a willing sacrifice. A soul for not this time, my friend. I'm dying. If we do nothing, Wormblood uses the gift to resurrect Manor. I can't imagine what the Worm King could do with the power this new worm cult commands. Please, do as
This is
I
escalating real quick.
What have those fools done to the gift? Continue the ritual.
Daring. They need you.
Gabrielle? Wait, Gabrielle? Gabrielle sacrificed herself for me?
Bro is so lost.
This relic. It's a light of Meridia.
No! The gift is mine! Rise, Lord Monomarco! Rise!
Worm cult? That's why Gabrielle called me back? Alright, grab the light.
No, I'm pretty sure I could do this without you, but I mean, you're welcome to follow along.
You owe me.
Let's do this. Boss fight.
The ritual has reached a crucial stage. Make sure I am not interrupted. Wait! I am not the vessel! No!
Your body is mine now, Wormblood. Monomarco lives.
Come on, let's stop this bastard. Again.
Paranor, protect me while I restore my power. These reapers should serve.
You fools! The King of Worms is back! You've already lost!
Paranor has fallen. No matter. My strength returns.
Here, the relic, the light of Meridia. Trust me, use it on the worm cult's devices.
Some nice animations.
Meridia's champion has put an end to this madness.
You deny
Do this.
Monomarco at your own peril. When next we meet, you will pay for every insult, past and present.
I had a feeling those necromantic devices couldn't stand up to a light of Meridia. What did Manamarco call them? Soul Reapers? Anyway, bet you're surprised to see me. Guess I am too. Gabrielle was here, but she's gone. What's going on? I don't understand. I was Meridia's weapon. Spent my life fighting Molag Bal and the Worm Cult. I'd gladly do it again. But I never would have wanted Gabrielle to give up her life for mine. Why did she do this? I see. That sounds like something Gabrielle would do. The gift of death. It was a corrupted light of Meridia. When you called upon it here in this realm, you purified it, restored it to its true form. But what was that about Wormblood? That's why he took off. Without his own body, Manamarco will need time to restore himself to his full power. But if he has more of those Soul Reapers, he won't have any shortage of power to pull from. At least we have a restored light of Meridia. I just knew. Here, I'll carry the light. Meridia and her gifts can be dangerous. Manamarco's spirit possessed that cultist, so I know we've got problems. If Gabrielle wanted me to help, I'm in. Let's get out of here. It isn't as safe as you think.
Vanis Galerian's staff is safe with me. I did not think we should leave it behind.
That was interesting.
Thank you for the light, Sir Darian. Gabrielle left notes that may prove useful. Mermal is working on them now.
Brave Gabrielle. May her toes be forever warmed by the golden sands.
Over here, comrade. We have... Even though Manamarco has returned and escaped in the body of Wormblood, I consider this a victory. Gabrielle's sacrifice denied him the gift of death, and gave us a weapon against the writhing wall. And we should remember that help is on the way. We make preparations to welcome the Alliance ships when they arrive, to ready camps for an assault on the writhing wall, and to gather the supplies we need to engage the Worm Cult in battle. This is far from over, comrade, and there is much to do. How else would their troops get here? We can't risk another portal mishap, and ships are more practical for transporting armies across the sea. Once we're ready, I intend to break through the wall and mount an all-out assault on Eastern Solstice. Even though we were but a vanguard, our soldiers held the line and prepared the way for a mightier army to come. The forces of the three alliances. The representatives all agreed that the threat is indeed dire and sent word to their leaders to send troops. As soon as the ships carrying them sail from Tamriel. Yet numbers are but one step to our victory. Gabrielle's sacrifice brought us a powerful ally in Darian Gautier and the Light of Meridia, a mighty weapon against the Worm Cult's darkness. You saw what the light did to the cult's Soul Reapers. It freed the stolen soul energy in the blink of an eye and shattered the devices. Manamarco was forced to retreat. The writhing wall consists of soul energy too, so our next step is clear. We must try. Vanis Galerian, the Worm Cult's new plane meld, Manamarco himself, they are on the other side of the wall. You and Gabrielle gave us a way to breach it. All that remains is to make ready our assault. Thank you, my friend. No single act of justice can completely address the vile deeds of the Worm Cult. Yet at least some have faced judgment. You dealt with Farinor, and Wormblood caused his own doom. Next, we take this fight to Manamarco, no matter where he hides.
So yeah, we already knew that was going to be a cliffhanger because the season of the Worm Cult. This is like yearly thing now, so we're gonna have part 2, which is essentially the other half of this map. So we'll do that when that happens, but until then, we finished up the first half of the story. I thought it was all right. I'd give it like a, so far, I guess like a 7 out of 10. So what are we gonna do now? We are going to do this public dungeon. Go. Sorry, I was checking something. All right, so what we're gonna do is public dungeon, get this one done, and then I assume there's a sky shard, so that would complete 2 more, and then all we have to do are the side quests around the area, and that should get us closer to our goal of 100%ing the zone. But yeah, that last story quest is actually pretty solid. Okay, so there's a quest for the public dungeon. Might as well pick it up right here.
Not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down. You look 100 times better than I feel, stranger. Me and the rest of the people living in Daedric grotto, we're all sick. Our healer calls it the Daedric scourge. It's going to be the death of us all. Mark my words. No, it is. No ordinary sickness, this one. Our community's healer, Kishka, says he thinks he can make a curative, but I'm afraid time is running out. We might just be smugglers and pirates, but we're not so terrible that we deserve this. If our healer can't produce the curative, then everyone in the grotto is going to die. And if it spreads to the rest of the island, well, I don't want to think about it. Last I saw, he was near the entrance to the grotto, looking as sick as I feel.
This grotto is cursed, outsider. The tides test me, outsider. Daedric grotto has been twisted and overrun by Daedra. Not only have they turned the cave into something otherworldly, their very presence spreads a terrible and debilitating disease. I call it the Daedric scourge. As the grotto's healer, I noticed it soon after the Daedra appeared and the cave began to change. We were collecting ingredients for a curative when the illness finally overtook me. Now I am too weak to finish the task. My friend Razik, she is still inside, sick and alone. Outsider, would you assist me? Help me find Razik and gather the remaining ingredients for the curative. I will compensate you, of course. The grotto cannot be allowed to fall to this disease. Here, this lists what afflicted items to look for and where to find them. As for Razik, we were separated deep inside the grotto after the illness struck me and I became disoriented. Deckhand Horus helped me reach here. Then he took ill as well.
You know what? We're gonna YOLO. We're just gonna go in. We're gonna find out ourselves. What am I looking at? Okay. Spiders. Very cool. Excuse me. Just walking through. Big spider. Probably. Dude, I'm convinced there's something wrong with the Twilight pet, just because that one just seems to die faster than literally everything else. Oh, buddy. So they're not showing the Sky Shard on the map. So I'm assuming it's out here somewhere. Something I have to get here. Everyone else's Twilight, my Twilight.
That fang from the blighted Daedra should do nicely.
Okay, so next we gotta cross. Excuse me? There is no crossing. Red Sail Reef Turtle. So wait, do we get over there by crossing the bridge?
Some of my best tonics were imagined under this tree. I hate to see it so diseased.
Kishka? Do my eyes deceive me? I must be more ill than I thought.
Everything is aggro. Glad subclassing exists, because good lord.
I was sure I was going to turn feral and die out here.
Got you.
Stay safe, Razik. We will see you at the grotto docks.
thought it had a dot on me or something. I was like, wait, why am I just taking a fat chunk of damage? Lizard bear. Is the thing I'm looking for at the bottom?
Disgusting, I know, but a vital ingredient for the curative.
So wait, they were fighting each other and then I just walked by and then they all decided they want to attack me. Seems like it's the boss fight. Bro, how many waves are there? Just let me fight the boss.
We endure the scourge! We'll endure you! What is happening?
This place belongs to the forces of Warlock Ball. Now, show them the power of Cold Harbor.
More waves.
Enough! Bring down Cold Harbor's wrath on these maggots!
Brother, interrupt. Got a lead. And a shield. What do we get from that? We got the group event done. Yeah, I'm convinced the Twilight is bugged right now. There's something about it. I just feel it. I'm not sure if this was the intended way, but we're gonna figure it out. Halnorg. Here's a roly-poly. I assume you go around the side.
At the center of the grotto outsider. Then I can prepare the curative.
Why does this look like the village or little hut area in Resident Evil 5? It's the same thing. Glow spider. Not today. I wish they added more stuff in this game that wasn't just, you know, random filler. Mobs that are permanently aggroed on you.
I can feel my mind slipping already.
I hate to admit it, but the orc is right. We're running out of time.
Come outside.
Where the Sky Shard at?
I still need your assistance. When we barricaded ourselves at the docks, once the rest of the grotto began to show signs of turning feral, the
All right, so the Sky Shard is up at the top over there. So how do I get over there? Let's see.
I'll take that. Someone needs to test the curative. You're not sick.
It appears we eventually.
Ooh, a memento.
Strong. You did it, Kishka. You and the outsider did it.
Kind of cute. Where is the spider boss?
Don't panic. We can do this.
Oh my god, it's like Skyrim all over again. That one cave, like at the very beginning. Oh, that kind of hurt. Okay, so to get to that sky shard, we have to go up over there. That bloom, though. We're gonna be here for a while if I have to fight everything. So we have to get to the bridge at the top. But how do we get there? Do we just... Is this climbable? They always do something like this in every chapter. Make something out of the way stupid. I wish I knew if I was going in the right direction, but all of this looks the same. That doesn't help me at all, like going up there. I think we just went this way. Yeah. All right, let's see. By any chance, is this climbable? If this worked, I would be shocked. Okay, so how does one get here? Like, or normally? There has to be an entrance somewhere on the side that you have to go to. That's the way out. Dude, I am so lost and I have no idea. So there's a path down here. That was hidden. All right. We are making progress. Why are there enemies like every 5 feet?
Dagon would envy.
Let me check something. Oh, you can't even get this one until part 2 comes out and later. Defeat all the enemies. So there's 2 more main bosses. I'll come back later. We got the main important one. Here, hold on. Let me teleport myself out. I don't know why people think this game is hard. Like, you have to actively try to die in this game. For any non, like, hard mode or veteran content. Dude, my companion. Holy, my companion can solo this. Okay, man, it felt like it would actually be easier to just walk out. How do people struggle with this game? Why are they going for the companion? I swear. What's happening? Game.
I could use some help.
It would have been faster for me to walk. This game is free. Well, if we find a random boss on the side, that's cool. Dude, my companion healer is actually better than some player healers. Not gonna lie. What's happening? I don't even have my pets on. My health is lower. Do I need to take off my food? Wait, this spot looks kind of different. Yo, hold on. Maybe there's a new boss? What a waste of time, bros. I feel like there was a quest in here, but I don't remember what quest it was. I must have done it. But either way, we'll be back. We have to do this for a daily anyway. So we got everything done. All that's left is a bunch of side quests where we have one here, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be doing all the side quests afterwards, and then that should wrap up the zone. Probably like, assuming each quest takes like an hour, maybe 5 more episodes. But overall, it's actually like, I enjoy the side areas too. They're actually really fun to play through, and the story is good. My god, dude, that me trying to like, get myself out of there the fast way was not fast. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode, so thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Peace.